Hey everyone, it's celebration season in many places around the world, including in North America with the Canada Day and 4th of July holidays coming up very soon. So to commemorate this, LEGO has released this limited edition Firework celebration set. Let's have a look. Here's another look at the set, again from the front, and apparently when we turn this, the fireworks are going to spin. That's pretty cool. Oh, and by the way, the set is available for all purchases on lego.com and at the LEGO store, $85 US and up, or $110 Canadian and up. You have to spend a minimum 85 US or 110 Canadian to get this while stocks last because it's a limited edition. Hopefully it will last into July. So in this set we got 4 numbered bags, which are very small in size, and I'm surprised that LEGO went through the effort of making 4 numbered bags just for this, because it could have been just 1 or 2 bags. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying they put a lot of effort into making the build very simple. So that means we shouldn't even need these instructions, right? And there's also a small sticker sheet. So bag 1 gives us this tiny little side build here with the fireworks not yet exploded, and some foliage right here, as well as these extra pieces. They come standard. Each of these small parts come standard in each LEGO set. That's the default. You could also add these into the terrain just to make things more exciting. Like you could, for example, add another foliage piece right here just to give this a bit more vibrancy. And then there's also the 2 minifigures. And they're both very, very happy, which is always nice to see. I love LEGO faces that are smiling like this. There are no exclusive pieces as far as I know. They're pretty nice to get though. I like the print here on the back, that looks nice. And here's what it looks like on the front without the camera getting in the way. So it's a nice simple design. And here this one, I don't know if he needs a sweater for July, but maybe he does in whichever part of the world this is. Maybe it's far up north. And then here's a look at the backs of the faces where unfortunately there are no alternative expressions for either of them. So that's a little bit of a miss, but still nice figures to get. And none of these parts are gender specific except maybe the face here that has a beard, so you can swap these parts around as you like. So that's always a good thing. And they're fairly generic, they're not branded, so you could use these to do pretty much anything in your LEGO city. And they come with accessories. The girl comes with this camera, which is pretty standard. You've seen this one many times before. And the guy comes with this star thing that could be seen as representing either fireworks or those sparkle things, I forgot what they're called. So yeah, very nice minifigures to get. Bag 2 builds this platform and this structure for the launcher of the fireworks, and this looks like basically smoke that's coming out as the thing is shooting off into the sky, or you can think of it as a very colorful mechanism. So for this set, I'm just going to apply the stickers directly to this piece because it doesn't really matter what their exact positioning is. I'll go for something that's similar to what you see on the box, but you could really do it however which way you like, and that's the nice thing about stickers in this particular case. Of course, you probably want to orient the fireworks like this and not like this, but it's always up to you. Yeah, there we go. That looks nice, and I did apply the stickers here because this is something that I think I can reuse in other sets and other builds, so that's pretty cool. So for once, I'm not complaining about the stickers. So bag 3 builds up this back part. So this mostly dark blue or earth blue part right here, which is the backdrop of the diorama, and it includes all the stickers to be used here, and I recommend placing them up higher on this piece so that they're visible no matter what the angle is. And this is, by the way, just a regular window pane that's been recolored to dark blue. So far so good. We got this very lovely piece right here that we'll insert here just to give us a firework that's basically exploding into the distance. Bag 4 is very, very colorful, which is a strong contrast from the previous bag. And those colorful pieces come together to make these very nice fireworks. We're now done with the build, with the exception of these pieces that I think are extra. One thing I'm not sure about is if this is supposed to be exactly like this, or if it's just me not knowing how to build it exactly according to what the model should be like without the instructions, but I think it's a minor thing overall. Everything else I'm pretty confident about. So the main build here is pretty nice. We got this launcher here, and we can kind of imagine this to be smoke, and or it's some colorful machine and it's basically launching this firework into the sky. And when it does launch, it explodes into these beautiful colors. And this one here can be rotated. And we just got to make sure we angle this thing here so that it does not hit the firework. Because if I do this, I push it all the way, then it's gonna the star magic wands here are gonna be hitting this from time to time, depending on whether I'm pushing it in or not. Actually, it looks like it barely cleared it. I was having that issue when I was building it, but now it seems fine. On the other hand, these pieces do tend to hit this piece here, so maybe I need to just adjust this a little bit more. Okay, yeah, now it's not hitting. And when I first saw the box, I thought that this would be like a geared mechanism, so basically whenever you rotate this one will also rotate. But because this here is an axle, or actually it's not an axle, it's just a stud with lots of friction, it's going to be very hard to rotate this. I mean, yes, technically it can rotate, but it's not really designed for that. The stickers here are cool. They're not really proportional with the giant fireworks, but you can think about it of a distance thing. Like these are fireworks far off in the distance, and these are fireworks that are much closer because they're right here where we're launching them, so that doesn't bother me too much. Over here at the back, I'm wondering why they did things like this, but it does not bother me. It seems like it makes sense. This I would have preferred it if it was teal, but that's more of a nitpick, and it's really to help kids build this easily without any hassle. So I understand why they use this magenta color here, but it's a colorful thing, so it's supposed to be colorful. And yeah, from the back, it's not really the best looker, but it's not really designed to be looked at from the back, because most of what you want to see is from the front and maybe a little bit to the side at an angle that looks good, and that's the angle that you should be displaying it as. The side build, we already talked about it. There's not much to see here, but it gives you some extra pieces that you can use and give them to the minifigures, for example. If you want to role-play the minifigures actually moving these things around and putting them here and launching the fireworks, and then boom, that's a fun role-playing pattern to play. You can also take pictures of the minifigures. So for example, this minifigure can take a picture of this guy in front of this fireworks display. So the possibilities here are endless, and I like everything about this gift we purchase. The threshold is not too high. It's 85 US or 110 Canadian, which is not very hard to attain. It's very colorful. It's an amazing parts pack with all these nice transparent pieces, all these wands. You can be used by minifigures, or you can use them in your custom builds. These pieces are nice. They're not the most important thing, but they are nice to get. Like these pieces in white and these pieces in aqua. And we do get lots of dark blue pieces as well. And the stickers here are actually very nice. I do think they're optional, but still they add more than they detract. So this is one of the few sets that includes stickers where I'm not complaining at all about the stickers. You don't even need to place them identically where they need to be like what it's shown on the box. You can just put them however you like. And then you can reuse this piece in your own creations later. So that's pretty cool. And here's a comparison with the Tribute to Jules Verne's books gift we purchased that I built and reviewed earlier, also without instructions, so check that out if you haven't already. We can see this is a much simpler build, contains less pieces, and it's way easier to build without the instructions. On the other hand, the spending threshold to get this set is a lot lower than this, so this one you can get it for 85 US, 110 Canadian. This one you need to spend 150 US or 200 Canadian, something like that. So it's a higher threshold for this one here. Here you only get one figure, here you get two, although this one is a named character Jules Verne, and these are just two generic figures, so if you care a lot about named characters, this one would be more important to you. Both of them make very good use of color, and both of them have nice building techniques, although this one I think has more interesting building techniques. This one is more straightforward. So if you're new to building Lego without the instructions, you've always used the instructions your entire life, this Firework Celebration set is a good start. You just need to basically build it bag by bag. Maybe you want to look at the building phases for each step just to have an idea of what each bag builds, and then you should be good to go. Most of it is very simple, and if you want a challenge, you could just build it just from the box itself. You're able to figure this out, I guarantee it. So yeah, that concludes my look at the LEGO Firework Celebration set. What do you think? Let me know in a comment down below, and make sure you're subscribed with notifications so that you don't miss my next video. Bye for now.